let's talk about the offseason in Chicago. It has been a whirlwind, right? You guys lost your head coach in the middle of the season last year, which
Mhm.
Chicago never does. Offensive coordinators getting promoted. Thomas Brown was in there for a little while, obviously not
Yes.
retained this year. And now it's a whole new system. Ben Johnson's in there, and you guys got a new D coordinator. So
Mhm.
Dennis Allen, what are your expectations on the defensive side of the ball going into this season? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
It's hard to put, I would say, numbers on it, and anything that you could really track. But I think us is really being aggressive. I feel like there's a certain tone to be set on the defensive side of the ball, physically, mentally, schematically, just with everything that we're doing, keeping teams guessing, and then really just going out there and winning one-on-ones. I feel like that's what the NFL is about. You get your opportunities to win one-on-ones, whether it's receiver DBs, whether it's D line and O line, linebackers, running backs. Everybody has the opportunities to go and win their one-on-one. So I feel like if we do that more than the offense, I think it'll be a really good season for us. And then we just got to continue to attack, keep teams uncomfortable and not really knowing what we're going to do. And then even when they do know, we got to win and we got to step up. So, I mean, just really just being aggressive and then executing.
So one on ones,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned that, and I immediately go like, "Ooh, that's fun, right?" Because you got
Yeah,
to
no
get
doubt.
you when you get a guy with a name that comes into Chicago or
Mm-hmm.
you go into their house, like, do you get extra hyped to match up against one of those like elite wide receivers? Like, do you get up extra for that? Is it like a special challenge for you?
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy because like I've been doing it. A lot of guys say really their whole life, but for me, it's like I've been doing it for a long time. I know when I play like travel football or travel basketball, I would always look up like the guys who were ranked, and like I know at that time, it was a guy I would say by the name of Damon Hart. He was really good. I mean, he was like number one kid in the country. He was like fifth grade, sixth grade, things like that. So when we had times to play against that team, it was like, nah, I want to prove why I'm as good as him or why I can hang with a guy like that. So I mean, I would take it really serious as far as trying to guard those guys, lock those guys down, take them completely out the game. That was something I've really been doing in basketball, football, really my whole life. So I mean, now when I get the Justin Jeffersons, I get the Jamar Chases, I get the AJ Browns, I get all of those guys. It's one of those things where it's like I've been doing this legit my whole life since I've been competing in sports of competing against the best people. I mean, my dad always put me in those environments. My brother always challenged me in that way to go and prove myself to myself first, but also to everybody else that I am one of those guys. So, I mean, this season is just another example, another opportunity for me to continue to do what I've always done my whole life, and that's to go take out number one guys.
That is so you have been an animal since you were like 10 years old. Is that what you were telling me? Since you were
No,
like in fifth
100%.
grade, you've just been wanting to take dudes out, the top guys. You're on looking at the rankings at that age. I remember
Yeah,
playing
for
like
sure. No,
basketball and baseball. I didn't know none of that, man. I was just out there
yeah, no,
trying to
it
have
was my
fun.
dad's fault. Yeah, no, it was my dad's fault. He had this saying that I still like. Is he likes to say he may look like Tarzan but play like James. So like you got to go, you got to really go. 'Cause, I mean, of course, you see those kids that are man child that have veins poking out all their arms and muscles, and it's like you can't just look at him and go, oh dang, he's strong or he's this, he's that. It's like now you got to go out there and really test yourself against them and really see how good they are. So it's like there's guys where of course you definitely have respect for them. You definitely know that they play at a high level, but you can't go into it thinking about that. You got to go into it thinking, nah, I got to really see if he's like that and make him really earn that between me and him. Because I mean, a lot of times too, you'll see the film is, oh dang, he's killing this dude, killing that dude, but it's like that dude's not me. So I think for me, that's just kind of how I look at it. Every opportunity I get to go in there and really test him and test myself.
Do you have one? Do you have like your guy? Like, who's your favorite guy to match up against right now in the NFL? Like, who's your toughest challenge? Who's your rival?
I mean, naturally, it'll be Justin Jefferson in league, things like that. But I would say, honestly, AJ Brown, I've had some good battles with him. I love the one we had. I think it was in 2022. So I would probably say AJ, Devontae always. Even Calvin Ridley, I love going against him. Mike Evans is a dog. AJ Brown is a dog. I faced Jamar when he was a rookie, so I'm looking forward to that again
Nice.
this year. But really, I mean, I like all the top guys. I mean, I can really list them all. I feel like I faced the
Yeah,
majority, all of them.
yeah.
So I definitely like what they bring to the game. It's not too many receivers I can say, oh, he plays like him and he does it like this guy, but everybody's kind of different and everybody's a dog in their own way and is very, very productive.
So I got to ask you this. My opinion, and I gave you a hefty intro right out of the gate, and I
Yeah.
believe all of it. I believe everything that comes out of my mouth when it talks to you. I think you are one of the most underappreciated dudes, not just at your
100%.
position, but in the entire NFL. I
Yeah, no
firmly
lie.
believe that. Do you feel that way? And if so, do you feel like there's a chip on your shoulder that allows you to work that, just go that little extra bit to take you to the next level?
Yeah, 100%. And it's crazy because for me, I didn't grow up in a big city. I grew up in Fresno, California. And people call it the armpit of California and things like that. But for me, it's like always having to prove myself. Even like I said, growing up, always having to prove myself, being from a small city, going to Utah, being from a smaller school, having to prove myself in college, coming to the Bears, not being a winning team, organization is looked at as the bad news Bears. We're losing, coaches are firing. I mean, drama, quarterbacks, and on any which thing you can think of, I feel like I've been in it with the Chicago Bears. So I think for me, just always proving myself despite my circumstances, despite where I'm at and what's going on around me. But I definitely feel like it's one of those things where I'm used to it. I embrace it. I can't say I enjoy it because I don't enjoy being disrespected in that way because I know I'm a high level player and I'm a top guy in my position and in this league in all positions. So I think for me, it's just continue to go out there and compete again. I can only control what I can control, and I've been doing that for 5 years, going on 6 now. So again, my focus is on just dominating, keeping what people have to say about me, keeping what people are saying about the Bears and things like that in mind, and my training and my preparation. So all of what I'm doing is just really gearing up to change that narrative for myself and for Chicago.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.